HD gene, with proceeds helping families affected by the incurable disease described as a blend of Parkinson's, ALS, and Alzheimer's. Google GUZI Hunt. That's GUZI Hunt to register or make a monetary donation. See you there.
Jordan Love has been extended.
This means Goody is a genius.
Are they ready for him to be the guy?
Jordan Love is just, you know what, man, I haven't proven it. I need to go out and prove this. And when I do, y'all are going to be paying me.
React to the news and get ready for the Love era in Green Bay right here.
The moment was not too big for him. You could see that.
On 94.5 ESPN and streaming live every day on WisconsinOnDemand.com, Twitter, and YouTube. This is Homer and Tony.
Oh, baby.
You always have the key to everything. You always come up, well, the key to life is stealing.
Yes, correct.
What bigger key can there be than the key to life?
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One
said
Call
the
That's
key to
All
life.
Studios at the Avenue.
Going to church.
It is. That
Now
I was
make up
gonna
your
say
mind.
that.
How many keys do you have?
Couple. Apparently at least two.
Watching him, I've never been so shocked or taken by a guy at first glance.
That was March, right?
That was March, yes.
Yes, there it is. That's
Who
the
was he
other one.
talking about?
Jordan Love.
What was he doing? Was he watching him skateboard?
Whatever you got to do to keep him invested 3 years in him in the same system, I think you hang on to him. Do whatever you can.
we
Whether
gotta
it's
get
another
Mike
year or
Marks
2
checked
years
out.
down the
Guy's
road, I think
71.
he'll end up being a heck of a player.
Where was his last doctor's visit? Has he had a physical
We got to
lately?
get him on.
Has he had a physical
We got to
lately?
get him on.
He needs
Ask
a
him-
checkup.
Ask him what
Somebody
2 plus.
check on Mike Marks.
Ask him
He's
what,
lost it.
Ask him what 2 plus 2 is. And
Yeah.
if it's
Let's
within
start.
5,
Yeah,
I
let's get
believe
Let's
it.
get a baseline.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Studios at the Avenue. This is Homer and Tony.
In perfect harmony.
Not so sure.
Huh? Yeah, why not? Huh? Why do you think we're not in perfect
Over
harmony?
our pre-show
Yeah,
conversation.
okay. I would like you to go through the entirety of it, and I will not comment, or I will not
You will
say
not
anything. I will comment, but I will not
Yeah, you
say
comment.
anything.
You've already commented. Homer was questioning the language in rap today,
Yes,
in hip hop.
right. And I understand it, and I thank you
Do you
for
believe
that.
Homer understands anything about hip hop?
I don't, but I understand.
He does not, no.
I understand the use of that word. As far as hip hop, no. I haven't
Oh,
had
it's
my
hip-hop,
I haven't
no?
had my meeting with my
You
son.
haven't had your Ice Cube
No,
checkup?
but I'm telling you this.
Get that Ice Cube checkup.
No,
Let's
I'll
go.
be more than that. He will help me appropriately. I don't know that I.
What do you mean he'll help you
He
appropriately?
will. I will no longer be as dumb as I
I don't
am.
know how much he knows.
I think he knows
How much?
way more than I do. That's not saying
Well,
much.
that's not saying anything.
That is
How much do
accurate.
you think Pebble knows? Does he know more than Pebble?
Yeah, I think probably. Should we have a?
Oh, it's a competition.
No, it's not.
Who knows hip hop?
What's the standard by which
I'll get the questions.
you get the questions?
Yep.
All right. I'll see if Nate wants.
I'll
I'll see if Nate wants to
how
do
many
it.
questions you want, Pebble?
I don't want too
Hip-hop
many.
quiz.
Five
Probably,
questions.
yeah.
Five? Is that enough?
Yeah.
That's. I don't. The segment isn't worth much longer than that. I don't want to spend a half
It's
hour.
questions.
I
That's
know.
gotta be 10 questions.
On it. All right. Isn't this great, Pebble? Why? This is. I've lived this. Why do you ask the question when you've already determined what you're going to do? Right.
I really.
Why
haven't.
did he ask?
You
us?
said 5, and I just didn't think that was enough.
Right.
I got to get your.
You wouldn't
there's
have
nuances to. The
You wouldn't have
knowledge of
said
hip-hop.
10, even if we didn't even
No,
ask
there's
us.
nuances to the
Nuances?
knowledge. Yeah, there's nuances to it. Like there's going to be like mainstream hip hop that everybody will know. Then I get a little, only spend a couple questions on that because everybody should know it. If you miss one of those, you're in big trouble. Then I go into the second level of hip hop. Then maybe some deep dive artists that you probably
fine.
wouldn't know.
Whatever. However you want to do it is
yeah,
fine. All right, 10 questions.
10
I'll check with
questions.
Nate and see if he wants to do it.
He don't have to come on and answer them. He can just answer them. You can just give him the question, see if he knows the answers.
Oh, well, but he wants to come on and
If
do
he
it.
wants to come on, he can
yeah.
do it. I'm saying if he didn't want to come on.
All right, okay.
Pebble will answer live.
And he can answer through my phone or something.
He
if
can
he
answer,
wants.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
because
however he
he's
wants to.
driving and working at the time.
Yep.
Should the Bucks sign Dylan Brooks?
No,
Why not?
because we don't need a knucklehead on the team.
Well,
That's why.
Don't they need a little tough knucklehead?
Not a tough-
Was,
no,
was
they don't
PJ
need-
Tucker a knucklehead?
Without the nonsense, yes.
He wasn't in the Dylan Brooks category.
No.
He's not.
Dylan
Well,
Brooks is-
maybe.
Dylan Brooks
Hold
is
on.
in the,
maybe Brooks
Pat
will be.
Bev category.
Maybe Brooks will be better now, and he's playing with Giannis. What if he
Why?
said, "I'm different"? Is he good enough to have on?
I'm different. You know who sings "I'm Different"? There's a quiz question.
Elton John,
Pebble. I'm different.
Whitney Houston.
Who's the
2 Chainz?
2 Chainz? Ding ding ding. Give yourself a ding there.
Oh, Nate, if you're listening, if you knew the answer to that, we got in a competition. Should Nate have known that?
Yeah, you should know that. It's a pretty
All right.
popular song.
Okay.
It had a little run there. 2 Chainz.
So Dylan Brooks is out.
Dylan Brooks. I don't want him. Do you?
I'd ask you.
I know. I'm asking you.
I think they need a knucklehead on the team.
And I don't think they need that kind of.
Okay, that's
knucklehead.
good. Then
He's a different kind of knucklehead.
Then fine. I thought maybe he would change, given what happened to LeBron, like he learned.
What makes
so,
you think he would change though?
I don't know for sure. You just told me you don't think he would, or you're not willing to risk it.
Well, you
But
said he would. Why is he?
No,
gonna
I said he
change?
might because it was embarrassing.
You thought it was embarrassing? What was embarrassing?
Embarrassing to rip on LeBron and then you got your butts kicked.
No, that's what he says. He's a chirper. Problem is
Isn't Tuck-
he's chirping the wrong guy.
Okay, all right. Well, then that's fine. You don't. Then you think he'll chirp the wrong guy again?
I mean, that his tactics might work against somebody else. It just is not going to work against LeBron. That's all.
1-800-990-3776. There's new information, and it doesn't come from Adam Schefter. This kind of surprised me. Maybe he doesn't get into
Dun dun dun.
he doesn't get into the fine tune of
sharing
things.
the wealth now. As
Um,
far as breaking news goes.
yeah, I don't. As I said, I've never seen him go in depth on a contract before. Pebble, who is it? Albert Breer.
Albert Breer.
Breer. Is he with the NFL
Breer.
Network? I think he is, isn't he, or not?
I believe he still is, yeah.
Yeah, and so he has in depth about Jordan Love, and we'll have Jason answer it. But it made me think: what info do you want us to give about Jordan Love that you feel like you want to know more about him in some way? The Hall of Famer's already in. He wants to know, while we heard some very positive, that if there's some very negative, he wants to us to pass that
I want
along.
to see the negative reviews.
Correct. Okay. I don't know who is the most non-believer. I think Mel Kiper was thumbs up.
I don't necessarily need the most negative. I just need
Others.
It's like when I'm if I'm going to look at the reviews on a Airbnb that I'm going to stay in.
Right.
I don't want to see all good stuff. Come on, somebody had to have some kind of something.
Maybe, but I don't.
I'm not going to listen to 2 reviews. All right, I'm going to read 15, 20 reviews.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they got 15 to 20 all great, then all right, I'm in.
Well, I want to
They got 2
emphasize,
great
and I've stated
nothing
this,
else.
that he was a controversial draft choice when he was in the draft.
Controversial automatically means some people didn't like him.
Yes, and we'll get
There
to
you go.
those. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think Mel Kiper liked him, but Todd McShay did not.
No, Tom McShay was a big Jordan Love supporter.
And then Kiper wasn't.
yeah, Kiper wasn't.
All right. So
Ooh.
we need to get Kiper on.
Kuiper's kind of the guy, isn't he?
Yes, but so is McShay. They decided that maybe because there's age discrimination, old people get discriminated against all the time. Hey,
Age
Mel
discrimination.
Kiper's too old. No, they decided they wanted to have somebody else
Mel
doing
Kiper
it.
is kind of old. He's been there. He's still got that hair, though. How's he got that hair?
I don't. He likes that hair.
His
I don't
is
know.
phenomenal for being that old.
So they wanted to have somebody else do it, and so they got somebody else. McShay. I didn't feel like they needed somebody else. I thought, hey, you have your draft guy,
Give him a break.
but maybe McShay's good. I don't know.
I was watching that on the draft. Did you see when they showed Kiper back in the day, and he said, "If somebody's not good, I'll do something crazy." He said some quarterback who
Correct.
turned out to stink.
Yes. No, his famous one was with Bill Tobin, who at the time was with the Indianapolis Colts. I think the GM, people don't know that Bill Tobin was a part of the Packers organization back in the 60s and was highly respected for some of the Vince Lombardi draft choices.
Yeah.
So there's a history there. But anyway, I think Mel Kiper's really good, but there are like a million people doing it now, and I don't know who's been the best. And I object to that so many of the judging is based on who's good at predicting which players a team would take. I don't care about that. I want the best judgment of the ranking of players. So after a year, tell me the order of the talent of the people in that draft. And then tell me after 2 years. And I want to know the GM who's the best at judging talent based on how well those people picked.
That research is out there already?
I don't know who does it, but the majority of it.
I mean, it's available. You can go check.
I'm not sure where it is. Most of it is. I don't know if anybody ranks them.
What's a fair number of years to give someone? Like a player? Like, all right, you're going to.
3. But I'm going to do it after 1 because some people are really good even in the first year. How long did it take to discover that Patrick Mahomes was good? Well, 2, because he didn't play his first year.
Right.
So you factor that in if someone didn't play, just like Jordan Love. Jordan Love's first year is next season. We all agree on that, right?
Agreed.
Do you think anybody would even argue that point?
How could they? He hasn't played much.
Played 10 games or 10 passes or what? Yeah, what? Well, I know this about it because we had it on the we'll see if you guys actually listened to Rain Man. How many touchdown passes for Jordan Love in his NFL career?
3.
And how many interceptions? 3. There you go. 3 and 3.
Not good.
Definitely.
Not the ratio you're looking for.
No. In today's NFL, but you can have more if you.
Mel Kiper was big on Achilles Smith.
He was also big on Jimmy Clausen. He said if Jimmy Clausen wasn't a successful NFL quarterback, that he would quit.
That's the one.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Did he quit?
Obviously
No.
not. He's still working.
Well, he may have quit, but they
So
hired
if Jimmy
him back.
Clausen's not a successful starting quarterback in the NFL, I'm done. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Right.
See ya, Kiper.
I think he should have picked something else.
He also said LaDainian Tomlinson is the 25th best player in the draft.
Okay. I don't know whether
25th.
were there 24.
LaDainian?
I want to see who the other 24 are.
Swing and a miss.
He wasn't 25th.
Yeah, but that's 2.
Hey,
He has.
I don't
he
care
has,
who is in the draft. He ain't 25th.
Well, no, but he has like 25 comments every year. If those are the only 2 bad ones
Yeah,
they
but
can find, then
this
he's
is-
pretty
but
good.
This is where you're going out on a limb. Those aren't the only. I got a whole list of them here.
Well, but I mean,
What I'm saying.
he makes. Let me know all
Andre
the other
Ware,
ones.
He will be an excellent NFL quarterback.
I want to know how the other on the
Jamarcus
other
Russell.
side.
3 years from now, you'll be looking at this guy that's certainly one of the elite top 5
Now
quarterbacks
that,
in the league.
now I will say that again. You need to go back to the history. Like when he said that against DeMarcus Russell,
Ryan Leaf.
the reason that was huge was because he was very iffy back then. Like again, almost like Jordan Love, but even more so.
Wait,
People
here, how
liked
about
him.
this one?
All right,
Ryan Leaf. His
Yeah?
attitude will be an asset in the NFL.
that's bad. That's bad.
His attitude.
So does
which was the
anybody
worst.
come up? I now as
What was
you.
his Ryan Leaf had an explosion against some reporter, didn't he? He like went off. He snapped on a reporter once.
Well, no, his attitude.
meltdown.
Was,
He
yeah,
had
his
a,
attitude was his problem.
yeah, one of those.
He's
melt-
we should get him on. He's a great story. He's changed his life.
we gotta find his meltdown and play. Put it on the
All
end.
right.
Put it on the show close.
But what I need in honor of you when you said, "Hey,
yeah,
we've had all the bad stuff about Jordan Love. I want to hear." No,
Want
you
to
said
hear
we hear the good
you want to hear
stuff. I want to hear the
Kiper's
bad
good stuff?
Yes, I want to hear. I need to have found some good stuff.
If I've been guessing and talking about guys for 40 years, I'm probably gonna get some right.
Well, but you're also going to get some wrong.
Correct.
So, remember what Ron Wolf said. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Who
I
is?
need Ron Wolf,
Oh.
GM of the Packers.
Ron
I
Wolf's in
need
the
as
Hall of Fame.
many picks as possible because it's that hard. One of his greatest picks was Donald Driver in the 7th round. You know what he said?
No.
If I was smart, why did I wait till the 7th round to pick him?
Mm.
And it's right.
True.
So just give me as many chances, I'm going to hit. And I haven't read his book, so I don't know this. Maybe he needs another book. Then he'll come in the studio and do another interview.
Here's a hit for you.
Yeah.
1990 draft. Jeff George went #1 overall.
Yeah.
To Indy. Kiper had him 84th best player in the
Yeah.
draft.
I hope, my best one
What?
My best one, Jimmy Butler.
Wait, you had one?
I had with Jimmy Butler. That's
what
right.
did you say?
At the
He's gonna
banquet.
be an all-star?
At the banquet.
did
Kemba
you say?
Walker just won the national title and will be a very good NBA player. Jimmy Butler will be better than Kemba Walker. And, Jimmy, can I be your agent? And then I went back to see Jimmy. Guess what he said?
No.
No. First of all, he laughed.
Kemba was pretty good, though, for a while.
Yes, Kemba's been a good pro. Jimmy Butler's been better.
Butler's
And you
better.
called John Hammond. I told him to trade down and draft him. He will be a star in the NBA.
He gets a pass because he drafted Giannis, so.
Of course. But think of Giannis and Jimmy Butler. If he'd have listened to Homer, it'd be Giannis and Jimmy Butler. I'm not sure Jimmy would have lasted here. I don't know.
Think Jimmy and Giannis would have got along?
No, that's why I say that's a legitimate point. I didn't know Jimmy would change. He's been various places. He's figured it out in Miami. You got to give him that. He's become a playoff legend. Though his team hasn't won a title yet. He's put on some incredible playoff games. But yeah, nailed that one. What was my worst one? I haven't missed many. I didn't. Dwayne Wade. I didn't say he was going to be in.
Hey, get the break, man.
Hold on.
Dilly and dallying.
I did not.
Fiddling and diddling.
I
right now.
regret not saying that Dwayne Wade would be in the Basketball Hall of
You're
Fame.
fiddling and diddling.
All right. Jason Wilde next.
Stay tuned. Packers reporter Jason Wilde has the latest from Titletown coming up next on Homer and Tony here on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Gabe Neitzel here this week on the tee. Stephen Watson and I are going to discuss the latest elevated event on the PGA Tour. Plus, I think, finally, maybe, we're getting good enough golf weather that we can get outside, play some golf, and talk about that. It's all coming up Monday at 6 o'clock on the tee, 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
On the Tee with Gabe and Steven, Mondays at 6 on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Wisconsin Golf Trips.
Explore Milwaukee's iconic Harley-Davidson Museum this spring. The Harley-Davidson Museum campus boasts one-of-a-kind shopping with exclusive Harley gear from 2 new retail stores, an interactive experience gallery, and the Motor Bar and Restaurant. Riverfront dining with daily specials like fish fries and barbecue. And make it a point to ride over on May 4th for Bike Night, where you can stock up with up to 70% off on deals from their factory shop. The Harley-Davidson Museum, 15 years as one of Milwaukee's top tourist destinations.
What are you trying to do?
I want to stand while I work. Standing desks are all the rage these days.
You know these new desks move up and down, right?
What? They do?
Yeah, they're not messing around here.
This is great. Now, only if I had a chair to swivel around in.
Do you not pay attention?
Well, no wonder I'm not getting much done these days.
Coakley Brothers and Brothers Interiors, the official moving and furniture provider of GKB Milwaukee.
The Club at Lac La Belle is the birthplace of golf in Wisconsin, with a rich history you will feel once you arrive. Experience a round at the Club at Lac La Belle. The redesigned course is open to the public 7 days a week. Schedule your tee time today at clubatlaclabelle.com. This is a golf destination that you will want to play over and over again, and enjoy fine dining and event space after your round. An historic past meets a vibrant future. Go to clubatlaclabelle.com to start your journey.
Life's more rewarding at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, especially when it comes to gardening. Right now, get unbeatable deals on supplies to support your backyard bounty. Like $5 off assorted Dan & Jerry's flowering patio planters, 36-pound bags of KT All-American Wild Bird Food, just $19.99. Shop our selection of live flowers and plants in our outdoor garden center, now open at most locations. Plus, this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., come test drive select riding mowers and lawn tractors during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Ride and Drive event.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
On Thursday, May 18th, join Sharp Literacy for the 8th annual Unwrapped Milwaukee fundraising event from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at The Gauge. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based educational program, serving thousands of urban elementary students in 50 Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine schools. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank, and I've said it before. Life happens. For nearly 90 years, Great Midwest Bank has made the home loan process predictable through all those ups and downs. And today, GMB's simple and personalized approach to locally serviced, affordable home equity loans can turn your home's value into cash for whatever you want. Whatever your lending need, it's just a few clicks away. Apply online at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Jason Wilde is brought to you by Boucher Automotive, where we ride with you every mile. 18 dealerships, 15 brands, and thousands of vehicles in stock. Check them out at Boucher.com.
Everybody on the planet Earth should get information about the Green Bay Packers from Jason Wilde every day of the year. We do our part, 94.5 ESPN. Jason! Now, I want to know. Good afternoon, Jason.
Jason, I have a.
Yeah.
Wait, Jason, did you want to say hi first, Jason? Or
I'm always the music. If Pebble doesn't cut the music off, I'm always worried that you guys can't hear me. I'm not running down Pebble with that. I've just found that for some reason when I talk to you guys, I need to hesitate. So hi again. Great to see you guys.
Oh yeah, we didn't hear you say hi.
By the way. I'm watching on video again. I've got the audio turned down so there's no feedback. Mm-hmm. But it's really confusing. I think Tony needs to move seats.
Wow, you don't like seeing my head?
Well, you look great, by the way.
Thank
Clean shaven. It's a great Nike hoodie. But what's weird is when you go split screen, I got Tony's head twice. I got it in the foreground.
Yeah. This is weird.
And I've got your smiling face. It almost looks like there's two Tonys.
Yeah, I'm looking at that as well. Yeah, we'll get that worked on.
One is plenty.
We'll see. Yeah. We'll see.
Right.
I got a non-related to anything question, Jason. I thought it was kind of funny. I was laughing at the thing with Sauce Gardner when he didn't know who Jessica Alba was. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, you and I are just old, man. I mean, not as old as home.
Do you have to be old to know? I know who she is.
I know you know who she is.
Yeah.
But
you're old.
Sauce Gardner had no idea. He's like, who is that?
Has she not done anything in the last X number of years, or what's
I don't know, but
Jessica Alba, if you go through her career history, I think she has been largely focused on motherhood, from what I can tell. She does some commercials now, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't know if she's been in a movie recently.
I can't think of the last movie she was actually. Well, it appears the movies she's been in lately are not movies I've gone to see.
Killers Anonymous, 2019.
What is Sauce Gardner? 20 what?
Trigger
22, Jason? 20?
Yeah, she's done nothing in 7 years. I get it. El Camino Christmas, 2017, 2019, Killers Anonymous, and 2022, Trigger Warning. I'm not aware of any of those. Trying to see the last movie. Entourage, 2015.
Yeah, that was a series.
Barely Lethal. These are the movies. The Veil.
She did the Entourage movie. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. It's been 10 years since she's done anything of significance. Okay. Well, that
we're absolving Sauce for not knowing who she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let it slide. He's too young. Last time she did a movie, he was probably about 6 or 7. I'm guessing.
Well, but of the greatness of Jessica Alba. What would that
greatness?
Be? Just looking at her.
Her looks is her greatness?
Yes, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I think big break in a show called Dark Angel, if I recall correctly.
Dark Angel, 2000 to 2002.
2000. Sauce was not born yet.
Sauce Gardner was born.
Yeah, he was born right around then.
So I don't know what her greatest movie is.
Sauce Gardner's birthday, August 31st, 2000.
The year 2000. Sauce.
What is her greatest movie?
I don't know. What is it? Name some. See if I can remember any.
Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Fantastic Four,
Good
yeah.
Luck Chuck.
What?
Who?
Good Luck Chuck.
No,
Good Luck Chuck.
we said our greatest movies, Pebble. Never even heard of that. I'm going with Fantastic Four so far.
Sin City.
I do remember. I did see Sin City.
Into the Blue with Paul Walker.
Nope. Like Paul Walker, though.
Knocked Up. Well, she wasn't in that much, I don't think.
No, she wasn't in that.
Yeah, uncredited
You're just making
cameo.
up stuff.
She played herself. No, I'm not looking it up. I got it right here.
Oh,
on
you're
what
making up stuff, not looking it up. You're making it up. She wasn't in it.
No, it says she
Uncredited
played herself,
cameo means basically she's not in
uncredited
it.
cameo. She was in it, but not really as an actress. So that.
All right. So I think we can solve this issue.
Valentine's
who
Day.
Who is Dwayne Wade's wife?
Gabrielle Union.
Yes.
All right. So Jessica Alba and Gabrielle Union. So you need to call your friend Dwayne Wade and ask him, because they did a show together called LA's Finest, which is
It was a show?
spin-off-
A TV show, I think, right?
It's a TV show it's like a spin-off of the movie Bad Boys with Martin Lawrence.
Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do?
I think Spectrum promoted that on there.
Correct. I remember
Yeah.
seeing it whenever I'd use the guide on my Spectrum cable. So
Hell
I don't
is
know how
finest. Okay.
but that was the last thing she did of any renown.
Right. Gabrielle Union, by the way, is 50 and was an outstanding
Jessica
college
Alba?
athlete. 42.
Hmm.
But anyway, all right, let's get back to the Packers. Enough.
Wait, she's 50? Dwayne Wade is only 41.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good for them.
She handles 50 well.
Good for them.
Well, my wife's 5.5 years older than I am, so.
Your wife is older than you?
5.5 years. Yep.
She looks way younger.
Hi, you're not the first person to say it. Let's move on. That's because the pressure that men have to live with being married.
Yes, that's it.
It just ages you terribly.
Gotcha.
Not in my case, but in general.
Makes no
Okay.
sense.
All right.
Yeah, it does.
Now,
All right.
now we have to move on.
All right, let's move on to the Packers. What's at the top of your list? Albert Breer had a lot of information about Jordan Love's contract. Should we just move on beyond that? Is it a what information did you learn that you think people should know, if any, from that?
I thought that the things that were incentives were interesting. They're tied a lot. While they didn't want their incentives for the Aaron Rodgers trade to be tied to the Jets' success or failure, they clearly tied a lot of the incentives for Jordan Love to success or team failure, right?
Right, it's the same agency that they both have, right? Rodgers and Jordan Love. Not the same agent, but I think it's the same group.
Same agent, right, correct. I mean, that's the biggest. I think they're the biggest agency there is now. So
okay.
That's true. But look, I think I know Packers fans. Some Packers fans aren't going to like this, but I thought that it was. He took a bargain. And I did not think that their incentives. Look, I'm pro player in just about every instance, and they clearly were not going to give him the fifth-year option, in my opinion.
Did this information make you feel more strongly with that opinion, or less?
More,
Okay.
because they don't even give him the opportunity to earn the entire amount of what the fifth-year option would be. And I understand he's an unproven player. I totally get that. But, when they gave Mason Crosby a pay cut, he was given the opportunity to earn back every penny of that pay cut, and he got it. I mean, let's be honest. If most players either getting the fifth-year option or not getting it, it's pretty clear cut, right? There's a couple of times, like Darnell Savage, where you're not really sure if they will or they won't, and then they do, and then maybe they regret it to some degree when he's getting benched last season. But in general, there just haven't been, and I still haven't gotten to discuss this with Rob Domofsky, but I cannot think of a time where a guy signed this kind of bridge contract extension instead of either getting or not getting the fifth-year option. Now, I've said this on our show, I think the Packers saved themselves a bunch of money with a guy that they don't for sure know what he is, and I think Jordan Love got himself some security where he wouldn't have otherwise gotten it. Like, if he suffers a major injury, his base salary for next year of $5.5 million is guaranteed. He got whatever it was, $8 million guaranteed in a signing bonus for this year, or signing bonus and salary. So he got himself, $13-some million guaranteed, as opposed to he had $3 million guaranteed for this year under his rookie contract. So he got himself some security, bought himself, if he stays healthy, certainly time to prove himself worthy of being the starter this year and next year. But I would say the Packers got themselves a bar. If he turns out to be good, the Packers, A, got themselves a bargain, and B, they will most likely do the longer-term, more lucrative extension sometime during 2024 anyway. But they have hedged their bets, which I don't think there's anything wrong with them doing that. I don't know why some people get mad when you say that that's what they're doing. My only point is, for the way Goody talked about Love, which is not the same as the way that Matt LaFleur talked about Love, right? Matt LaFleur went to the NFL meetings in Phoenix, and I thought pretty clearly was trying to tamp down the expectations. Whereas, when you ask Goody if he's ready to be a starter, and Goody, the first word out of Goody's mouth is absolutely, that's a pretty strong statement, and he's made other strong statements. So I just don't think Goody put his money where his mouth was in terms of how high of praise he gave to how ready his guy is. Now,
Jason, I have to interject for one thing because this is a personal note. I've been willing to bet as much as $1,000 and to one person $5,000 that Jordan Love will be the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers the next 2 years. Do you think that's a wise decision on my behalf?
Yeah, I would say you most likely will win that bet. Yeah.
You 8%, 80%, 90%. Yeah, I'm at 90%, or I wouldn't make the wager.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty close to that. I mean, look, they have to give him 2 years to prove himself. Now the contract has made it such that they're guaranteeing $5.5 million of his base salary for 2024, which again, that's popcorn money. If they were to say, no, this guy stinks, we were wrong. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's going to have a bunch of ups and downs. I think he's going to have his kind of a Mitch Trubisky style season, where there are games where he's like,
no.
Well, ask Waddle and Sylvie. Like,
Mitch was better than people than think.
Yeah, he started 50 games. The Bears went 29-21 in those games. He had games where he played extremely well, and then he had games, obviously, where maybe they won even though he played poorly, right?
They haven't done 29-21 in the games he didn't play.
Right. And so I think just to be fair, I want to make sure people understand this. I'm not criticizing Goody for not putting his money where his mouth was. I think it's smart not to have put the money into a guy that there's no way they can be sure of.
Right, but it's the agent, right? The agent is the one who wasn't. That's the person who had to make the decision. Yeah, Goody can put whatever contract out there he wants. In the end, isn't really the discussion about the agent's decision to accept this, right? I just focus on that all the time.
Yeah, I would. I mean, no, the agent works for the player, though.
Right,
So,
but I mean, at that age, the player's going to listen to the agent, right?
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
Sure. And this was smart. And now, obviously, the agent has a stake in this, right? Because he gets his commission off of the new contract, and it's a hedge for everyone, and that's fine. My only point is that this contract does not say we have no doubts about this guy, and we just didn't want to commit to the level of the fifth-year option. Like, they don't even, I'm not even sure they go halfway. But again, if he plays great, everything's good. By the way, my Mitch Trubisky point. In 20 of his games in his career, he had a passer rating of 100 or better. 20 games. And of those games, looks like one was for Buffalo when he had one completion. So let's take that one out. So 19 games. In those 19 games for Chicago, his team's record was 16-3. So he had lots of good games. Like, he had a game against Tampa Bay in 2018 where he threw 6 touchdowns, no picks, and had a passer rating of 154.6. So he had his moments. But if there's any Bears fan that you know that's like, yeah, I think they should have stuck with him longer. Obviously, those people don't exist. So Mitch Trubisky had some good games. You don't want Jordan Love to only have a few good games and be like Mitch Trubisky. You want him to be far superior than that. But I don't think the Packers have any idea if he's going to be able to be better than that.
Yeah. The more time they can get to figure that out, the better. By the way, I love quarterback rating plus because it factors in the league. 100 is average. Trubisky, 84, 107, 88, 102, 85. That's in 64 games starting 55. That's not good.
He's about an average quarterback.
Yeah. That's not good enough. Right?
It's certainly well, they didn't get rid of a Hall of Fame player to clear the runway for him, no. So I don't know what's good enough. The problem is my entire career of covering this team has had a Hall of Fame quarterback playing quarterback. So
not anymore.
I don't know what it's like for people who have decent quarterbacks or good quarterbacks, but not great quarterbacks. We're all going to find out together starting this year.
That is correct. Thanks, Jason.
But if you don't know, now you know. Jason.
Well, we know one thing about him. He's not going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback.
You don't know what he's going to be.
I do. I'll wager anything on that.
You said he's going to be...
he's going to make the Packer Hall of Fame. Yes. That is not the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I'm playing totally percentages.
You're designating which Hall of Fame?
Yeah, you're damn right I am. There's a huge difference.
All right.
I'm in the Homer Block Hall of Fame. The people that grew up on my block.
You're also in the Late for Break Hall of Fame.
That's true. Next.
You're listening to Homer and Tony.
You've never offered to get me coffee.
Are you surprised?
How many times? Latte, please.
I'm not getting it. There's no way.
This guy's right outside.
You're a grown man.
You're lazy.
I checked. You got 2 legs.
Hey, they are cramp up easily.
It doesn't.
Don't forget.
I might have to start considering.
Forget. I just had a.
You did.
Up, yeah.
And when you were cramping up, you weren't thinking about lattes or anything else to drink.
Yeah,
you got to remember
help.
Yes, that's what it was.
Get some water.
Yeah, and you didn't ask me. How am I supposed to feel? Here, he's cramped up. He's so terrible. I'm right next to him. He doesn't think of asking me for help. What's that tell you?
Tells me you're not very helpful. That tells me.
On 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It's time for you and that diamond to come alive again.
At the second annual Spring Ring Cleaning at Kessler's.
Even if you have a good ultrasonic jewelry cleaner,
it can't match the pressurized steam cleaning we do at Kessler's.
Let us steam clean and polish your engagement ring.
For free.
I'm Joe Gerke, president of Kessler's, and we want to strip away all the soap scum that is making your diamond look dull.
For free. And while we're doing it, we'll inspect the prongs on your ring to make sure your diamond isn't about to fall out.
It's the second annual Spring Ring Cleaning at Kessler's.
Here's another idea. Bring us anything you own that needs to be repaired.
And we'll give you a price to make it like new again.
And if you have some old jewelry you don't wear anymore,
We can make something unique and wonderful out of it.
unique in all the world.
Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
A castle!
Want to go see it?
Yeah!
Let's finally bring your mom's Illinois family a true taste of Wisconsin.
Right off I-94 in Kenosha, Mars Cheese Castle is a Wisconsin landmark. Along with over 1,000 cheeses, Mars has a meat market, bakery, bar, and restaurant. Spreads, curds, sausages, Kringles. Make Mars Cheese Castle a lunch stop and enjoy the best grilled cheese or Reuben on the planet. Make today your day to go to Mars.
Yeah!
Exit 340 in Kenosha.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Keep on saving during the final days of the Get Outdoors event at Fleet Farm. Don't miss out. Pick up Superior Potting Mix for just $3.99. And check out grills and gazebos for the patio or grass seed and fertilizer for the backyard. Plus, the Garden Center is now open. Explore our huge selection of plants for your garden. Find everything you need for your backyard and patio during the final days of the Get Outdoors event at Fleet Farm.
Ben Brust here for my favorite racetrack in North America, and that is Road America. Race fans, it's time to make your summer plans for fast family fun at Elkhart Lakes Road America. Experience 10 major races from vintage weekends to high-thrill NASCAR racing at the best NASCAR track in America. Bring the entire family for more affordable fun with on-site camping, free parking, and most of all, free admission for kids 16 and younger. See the full race schedule at roadamerica.com. Road America, America's national park of speed.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Check us out on video. We're now streaming every day. All your favorite ESPN Wisconsin shows are live on video every second, every show, every day. Find us on Twitter, Facebook. We think YouTube is the best. And WisconsinOnDemand.com. Watch live or on demand. Listen, look, live, local at ESPN Milwaukee.
You're listening to Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I think the thing that's going to be good for Jordan Love is that everyone in this franchise and organization, obviously by Brian Gutekunst putting some money towards him, is rooting for him. Is saying, look, this is your opportunity. We know what has transpired in the past, but we've gotten guys in place. I think Christian Watson, the wide receiver, started to ascend last year. We saw Romeo Doubs play well last year, the opposite wide receiver. Aaron Jones is still in the building. You got veterans around you. We drafted tight end to put you in a good situation. So now for Jordan Love, this is saying, hey man, we got confidence. We appreciate your patience, but now you got to go prove it in order to be our long-term guy, which I think is good for him.
Spears? Is that Marcus Spears?
Marcus Spears.
I don't agree with that.
What?
I don't think that they've done that much to help Jordan Love.
What do you mean, done that much?
Well, that's kind of what he said. Like I don't think the Packers have gone out of their way at all. They got all these young players.
We got to hear that again.
All right, let's hear that again.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if he was saying that.
That's what I took it as.
I think the thing that's going to be good for Jordan Love is that everyone in this franchise and organization, obviously by Brian Gutekunst putting some money towards him, is rooting for him, is saying, look, this is your opportunity. We know what has transpired in the past, but we've gotten guys in place. I think Christian Watson, the wide receiver, started to ascend last year. We saw Romeo Doubs play well last year, the opposite wide receiver. Aaron Jones is still in the building. You got veterans around you. We drafted tight end to put you in a good situation. So now for Jordan Love, this is saying, hey, man, we got confidence. We appreciate your patience, but now you got to go prove it in order to be our long-term guy, which I think is good for him.
Did you hear different, or are you still
gotten guys in place? That's not so. He mentions 2 guys that are second-year wide receivers.
Yep.
Dobbs didn't do much of anything. That's gotten guys in place, and we drafted, so you got first-year players at tight end.
Still in the building?
Aaron Jones is it, but they haven't gotten guys in place. Have they set up an offense that'll make it easier for Jordan Love to do well? No.
I don't know. I would agree. I think they've gotten guys in place.
You never
love Watson. What are you talking about?
I know, but he's young.
Watson.
There's no veteran guy
young.
at all. They got no veteran wide receiver.
You love Watson.
Yeah, but he's young.
He is young. You don't ever say that when we're talking
sure
on the
I
other
have.
side about him.
Have they? Well, let's put
If I
this
say
on
something
Discount
about
Liquor
Watson, you'd be
Twitter
like,
poll
"Oh,
question.
Watson."
He had 4 Randy Moss games as a rookie wide receiver. But have they gotten guys in place? No.
The whole team is young. If you look at their current roster,
fine.
There's like 4 guys that are over 28 years
Right.
of age. 71 of the 88 guys they have signed are under 26.
Yes. Is that gotten guys in place? No, you got a young team. That's not
They could be good, though. You don't know.
I'm not putting my.
They hasn't gotten established guys in place.
Well,
But
yeah.
no, he's got guys.
You got fine.
What do you mean fine? That's what he said, though.
No, but they're not gotten guys. Guys, you got bodies there. Yes, we got guys that are wearing
Right.
uniforms. That ain't the way he put it.
He got
He
guys.
put it like we've gotten guys in place. He mentioned the young receivers. He mentioned the tight ends. Those are in this year's draft. You are not putting guys in place when you're drafting.
I'm agreeing with Swagoo. Sorry.
What are you saying they have? What exactly are you saying?
I'm not saying they have all stars. I'm not saying they have all pro. They have players in place. Obviously, you know that Aaron Jones is a very good player. You're not worried about his production. You saw what Christian Watson can and should be.
With this group behind him, where should their offense be ranked?
I don't know where they should be ranked.
Well, that's how we decide whether they've gotten guys in place.
Well, the problem with that theory is that a big part of it depends on the quarterback. I don't care what you have around. You still gotta have a quarterback.
Right, whatever he does, you're going to blame him because you've said they've now gotten guys in place.
I'm blaming whoever I see at fault. I'm not blind enough to say, everything's on him.
But if you say they've gotten guys in place, you're holding Jordan Love to a higher standard.
I'm saying that given what people have seen from Dobbs and Watson, you figure that they're on the rise. You don't figure they're going to regress or they're going to be the same. The assumption is that they're going to be a little bit better than last year. I don't know how much. They're going to be a little bit better.
Okay.
So given that, what we've seen from them, they should be pretty decent for those 2 positions. They're not going to be terrible, but they should be, especially your boy Watson. He had, like you said, four-game stretch like Randy Moss.
Correct. Yes.
You got to be pretty decent after that. You're not going to be terrible. Dobbs, we saw his what I say? We saw his what he could be like, his potential, right? Which could be decent. He could be a very good number 2. He's going to be opposite Watson. Very good number 2. Then they spend a second-round pick on the tight end. You got to be something if you're a second-round pick. You got to be something. You can't be terrible. So I'm just saying they got to be.
You're sure acting like Goody's way better than you've ever told us before.
No, I'm saying that's what Swagoo is saying. That okay, I put guys in these positions. They should be pretty decent. Now let's see what Jordan Love can do with them. That's what he's saying. The Packers are saying we put guys. I don't even know if Swagoo said that he believes they put guys. He just said this what Goody is saying. We put guys around you. Now again, what the guys are going to be, I don't know. I don't know what the tight end from college is going to be. Musgrave? I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you know he's not going to be anything special.
I don't know.
How many rookie tight ends are special as in their first year?
But the thing about the tight end is what? It's always a security blanket for a young quarterback.
Okay.
Hey, he could be valuable.
Not a.
I don't know how valuable, but he could be valuable.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Are you a better guesser? Brilliant question.
Of course.
Next. Call 800-990-3776. Are you a better guesser is next here on Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN. Football, family, and whatever this is.
Jordan Love, he could have put their feet to the fire and said, guarantee me $20 million in 2024, or don't give me the option. And if I show out, then you're going to have to pay me $40 million a year, or $35 million a year.
They went from having the back-to-back MVP to now, well, we are committing to you, but we don't really believe in you, but we believe in you.
Listen to Scalzo and Brust weekdays from 4 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Michelob Ultra.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Take me out to the ball game, roll out the barrel, and get up, get out of here, gone! There's nothing like Milwaukee baseball. The Brew Crew is back, and we're here to help you turn your tailgate or game viewing experience into a grand slam. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor, where since 1960 we have provided the best selection and the lowest prices. We stock literally thousands of varieties of beer, liquor, wine, and mixers. Over 15,000 actually, but who's counting? The point is, you want it, odds are we have it. Combine our incredible selection and everyday low prices with our 2 convenient locations, and you've got your one-stop shop for game day. Discount Liquor in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, only 10 minutes from AmFam Field, and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Main.
Discount Liquor.
Are you looking for the perfect restaurant for your next night out? Then make Aria, the acclaimed restaurant inside St. Kate, your next dinner destination. Specializing in artisanal American cuisine, Aria features carefully prepared seasonal entrees along with a robust selection of craft cocktails, wine, and local beer. Join them on Sundays for the restaurant's famous trademark chicken, served family style with sides like mashed potatoes, goat cheese biscuits, and more. Make your plans today to dine at Aria. Learn more and make reservations at aria@stkate.com. That's aria@stkate.com.
From big tailgate parties to cozy dinners for two, the freshest ideas start with a stop at Century Foods.
Now through Wednesday, save on 48-ounce carton Cedar Crust Premium Ice Cream, $4.49. 14.01 to 33.5-ounce package Culinary Circle Pizza, 2 for $11. 24-ounce tub The Greek Gods Yogurt, 2 for $7. 5.87 to 18-ounce bag Frito-Lay Party Size Snacks, 2 for $9.
Hey, why'd you throw my glass across the room?
I have to keep practicing.
The vase from Aunt Sophie?
I'm warming up in case I get to take them out at American Family Field. Read this.
Win the ultimate baseball fan experience at Century Foods?
You either get to throw out the first pitch, hold the finish line for the famous racing sausages, or be on the field during batting practice. My new TV!
Just doing a little batting practice of my own.
The ultimate baseball fan experience from Century Foods. Return the entry form found in the weekly ad to any Century by July 26th.
Hey, this is Bo stepping in for Ridgetop Larry. Ridgetop Exteriors is Wisconsin's #1 choice for roofing, siding, windows, and doors. We are the trusted local experts who live and work in the areas we serve, which means we're helping friends and neighbors too. On top of that, Ridgetop Exteriors offers the most affordable payment options, including no interest and low interest financing. For your free estimate, visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
You're listening to Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN. Missed any of the show? Find us on Wisconsin On Demand or wherever you get your podcasts. It's free, it's everywhere, and it's for you.
Yes. It's me again. And I'm back.
Are you a better guesser? Caller number 4. Mike in Franklin, your resume, please. Are you a former champion of this competition?
Yes, Homer. I'm a one-time champion.
One time. You got a ring. You're in the club. Pebble, what's on the line?
Entry into a drawing for a $50 gift card to Mars Cheese Castle, which we'll draw on Monday. Right now we have one correct answer so far this week. That was Kenton Tosa on Monday.
And we have also the greatest competition on the planet Earth. Right now, the Hall of Famer, Tony Smith, is one up on Pebble. All right, question is, according to Wikipedia, how many floors? Tallest building in Maine, 3, 5, 7, or 9? According to Wikipedia, tallest building in Maine, how many floors? 3, 5, 7, or 9? What do you say, Mike in Franklin?
Wait, you went back to 4?
Yes, today.
I'm going to say 3.
Yeah, make
3,
up your mind, bro.
3 is what Mike is saying. 3 floors, according to Wikipedia, the tallest building in
Why'd you
Maine.
go back to 4?
What?
Why'd you go back to 4?
I don't know. Just thought it'd be different today. Don't want to be predictable.
You're different every day.
That's true. Thank you. I didn't realize that.
No consistency. You're like the refs.
No.
You're consistently
That's
inconsistent.
very good. That's fine. That's what I've told people, and I handle refereeing very easily because that's all you have to do. All right, and now we
Flip
get
the coin,
to
baby.
we don't know if you got what
Wait,
you
Pebble,
guys
can
are
you hear
doing.
my coin flipping?
I heard it, yeah.
Yep. So we have Mike in Franklin says 3. According to Wikipedia, the tallest building in Maine has how many floors? 3, 5, 7, or 9? What do we have here?
So I am tanking today.
You
According
are
to my
tanking
electronic
today.
coin
Okay.
that I just flipped.
If he's tanking, he's going 3.
So here's my
No, he's
wrong
not.
answer.
I mean, I don't know that he is. I haven't looked.
He is. He's going 3.
All right.
There's
okay.
no way it's 3.
Okay. And are you tanking?
Gotta be
or
at
not?
least 7. No, I flipped heads, so I got to try to guess it.
All right. 3, 5, 7, or 9. According to Wikipedia, the tallest building in Maine has how many floors? 3, 5, 7, or 9?
Yeah, I'm saying 7.
You're going 7. And Pebble said 7 as well.
Oh, he just got it right.
On the other hand, Mike and
that's
Franklin said 3. And it is in
not
Bidford, Maine. St. Joseph Church has 3 floors. Now, I have to admit, this is it's a trick.
It is a trick.
Because it's 235 feet. Generally, 235 feet, looking at other states, because you have the steeple that changes it.
Homer's cheating.
296 feet in Alaska is 22 floors.
Oh, here we go.
So, but you had a chance, 3, 5, 7, or 9.
No.
I let you know that it was small, so you could figure it church.
No, you didn't.
South Dakota, 174 feet, has 11 floors. No, it's a church. You can't have, if you're going to have a church,
Cheater.
you're not going to have many floors because you benefit from
not trick
the
question.
steeple.
Are you a better trick question guesser?
It was today.
Are you a better
But I
guesser?
gave you 3, 5, 7, or 9, meaning that you
so-
should have known it was a church.
What?
To have the
knows
tallest
about a
building,
church?
Bill, you know
No
that a
one knows
church
about
doesn't
that.
have many floors.
That's terrible.
And
Absolutely
I think it's
horrifying
the
question.
only state in which a church is the tallest building.
Horrible.
Was it, Pebble? Was it a horrible question?
Yes.
It was somewhat odd, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, somewhat odd. I
Pebble,
like it.
just
Hey,
be
you know
honest.
what? It wasn't odd for Mike. Mike nailed it.
It was a horrible
Mike
question.
nailed it.
Actually, he joins Kent and Adam. I forgot Adam had a correct answer yesterday, so we have
3 for
correct
3,
answers.
yeah.
No, 3 for 4.
3 for 4.
3 for 4, that's right. So that means you're going to be busy on Monday.
Not only was it a terrible question, but
Yeah.
then you also went back to 4 answers.
Yeah.
Again, very random and just
Well,
uncalled for.
no, I thought it because I was helping you that it must be a church, that it was very few floors. I figured I'd give you an extra choice.
This makes no sense.
You give it an F,
I'm
right?
really confused by
Yeah,
you
all right,
right
we'll
now.
move on. It's
I'm
only
really
one day.
confused.
Top 3 at 3, TVV. But you'll remember now, forever,
No, I won't.
the tallest building in
I
Maine
remember
has
we
how
had a
many
dumb
floors?
question on a
Maybe.
Thursday.
You're going to remember? Pebble, will you remember in a year, the tallest building in Maine has 3 floors? I'll remember.
remember it, yes, because it's a very low
Quattro
number.
de Mayo was a dumb question. That's all I remember.
Duly noted. I'll check with the committee, and they'll adjust accordingly. Next.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Homer and Tony's coming up next here on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Woo!
I am thirsty today. Definitely going to need a cold one. There's the one. Baseball season is fully underway, which means we're talking to one of the best baseball-themed brews that's out there. Our guy, Tim Pauly from Broken Bat Brewery, is here to tell me all about the summer crushers that Broken Bat has in store for everyone to enjoy.
Cream Ale, the Ball and Glove, is just super easy drinking beer, man. We came out with that specifically for summer patios, parking lots, after you cut the lawn. Nice, easy drinking, straight as an arrow cream ale. And then the Dunkelweiss and the dark wheat, we got a German brewer back there, Big Carl. So he's into his German beers, and he's super proud of it. Little weedy, got a little bit of a nutty kind of oaty taste to it. Super easy drinking, 5.5%.
Thanks again for Tim to telling us all about the Ball and Glove and the Stoichters beer. Remember, baseball season's here, so get that fridge stocked.
The Club at Lac La Belle is the birthplace of golf in Wisconsin, with a rich history you will feel once you arrive. Experience a round at the Club at Lac La Belle. The redesigned course is open to the public 7 days a week. Schedule your tee time today at clubatlaclabelle.com. This is a golf destination that you will want to play over and over again, and enjoy fine dining and event space after your round. An historic past meets a vibrant future. Go to clubatlaclabelle.com to start your journey.
Keep on saving during the final days of the Get Outdoors event at Fleet Farm. Don't miss out. Pick up Superior Potting Mix for just $3.99. And check out grills and gazebos for the patio, or grass seed and fertilizer for the backyard. Plus, the Garden Center is now open. Explore our huge selection of plants for your garden. Find everything you need for your backyard and patio during the final days of the Get Outdoors event at Fleet Farm.
Ben Brust here. Catch Scalzo and Brust weekdays 4 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Yeah. This is Homer and Tony.
Oh, baby! You always have the key to everything. You always come up. Well, the key to life is stealing.
Yes, correct.
What bigger key can there be than the key to life?
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Studios at the Avenue.
Going to church.
It is. That
Now make up your mind. How many keys do you have?
Couple. Apparently at least 2.
Watching him, I've never been so shocked or taken by a guy at first glance.
That was March, right?
That was March, yes.
Yes, there it is. That's
Who was he talking about?
Jordan Love.
What was he doing? Was he watching him skateboard?
Whatever you got to do to keep him, invested 3 years in him in the same system, I think you hang on to him. Do whatever you can. Whether it's another year or 2 years down the road, I think he'll end up being a heck of a player.
Where was his last doctor's visit? Has he had a physical?
We got to get him on.
Has he had a physical?
We got to get him on.
He needs a checkup.
Ask him what
Somebody
2 plus.
check on Mike Martz. He's lost it.
Ask him what 2 + 2 is. And
Yeah.
if it's within 5, I believe it.
Let's get a baseline.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Studios at the Avenue. This is Homer and Tony.
In perfect harmony. We'll get there when we decide how good Jordan Love needs to be for the Green Bay Packers for you to be satisfied. The standard is very simple. Based on the last 2 quarterbacks, you got to win a Super Bowl. He needs to win a Super Bowl in the next 10 years. That's the standard. Is that an appropriate standard, or do you factor in that nobody can expect that? That standard is too high. Whatever your standard is. 1-800-990-3776. We have a Discount Liquor Twitter poll question out there. What did you decide on, Pebble, in terms of because, yes, Aaron Rodgers is dead to me, other than his role in determining how smart Goody is with the trade and the draft choice. So, yes, I'm waiting for the day in which Tony Smith says, I never thought it possible, Homer, but you are as obsessed about Jordan Love as you were about Aaron Rodgers. Not there yet, apparently.
You won't get there.
All right.
Never.
Never will get there. All right, Pebble, what do we have for
Whether you want to join my club?
So for the Discount Liquor Twitter poll question, how good does Jordan Love need to be as quarterback for the Packers for you to be satisfied as a fan? We put down Ryan Tannehill good, Tony Romo good, Phillip Rivers good, or Mitch Trubisky good. Right now, 52% of the vote for Tony Romo, 32% for Phillip Rivers, 10% for Trubisky, and 5% for Ryan Tannehill. And Belligerent Fan tweets in, says, what the hell is the difference between Rivers and Romo?
That might be pretty close. I would have to look. There might not be much.
Apparently, people are picking Romo over.
Well, right.
Right?
They know
What do you
more
think?
about
Is it over? I don't know. I'd say they'd be happy with Rivers.
Tony Romo. Yeah, be happy with that. Remember I said 100 is average?
Romo didn't do much in the playoffs.
Correct. 119, 121, 110, 117, 112,
what did
123.
Rivers do in the playoffs?
Not much either.
Yeah, that's the question. We got to get some. We got to get some guys who stunk in the regular season, or let's not stunk, but average regular season, raised their level in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Who is that? Who comes to mind?
Eli Manning's the biggest example.
Oh yeah, well,
1-2 titles.
Ain't gonna get that.
All right, let me look up Tony Romo. Take that in a heartbeat. Hell yeah.
Of course you would. You take Phillip Rivers too.
I think so, but let me check.
Who's else on our list? What I don't know. I would take Tannehill.
I don't know about that.
I don't know why.
I got to look him up, see how good he was.
Pebble. Dalton?
Mitch Trubisky.
Oh, yeah. They're certainly not Mitch. Mitch
No.
is where I draw the line.
Mitch is average.
Mitch is where I draw the line. You got if you're Tannehill, I can live with Tannehill.
All right.
That means you're not garbage, hot garbage.
Well, or average. That's what Trubisky was.
I don't see
average or below average.
Well, there's what the stats say you are, and then there's what I'm looking at you and I see. Maybe Trubisky's stats say that he was average.
No, but the problem that they say is that
what I've seen with him,
he was average at best, and the other season's below average. He was between average and below average.
That means he's below average then.
Overall for his career, correct? Yes.
Yeah. So definitely don't want that.
Right.
Tannehill.
I gotta look
Where do you
him
see?
up.
What do you see Tannehill? I mean, just the eye test. What does the eye test say about Tannehill to you before you check the stats?
Somewhere in average, somewhere in the
serviceable.
Average.
Won't lose you the game, but won't win you the game either.
I mean,
serviceable. That's what they always said about Alex Smith. Serviceable.
I'm gonna look it up here.
What about Kirk Cousins, Pebble? What do you see here?
That's a great one. That is a great choice. Would you be happy with Kirk Cousins? I think the answer to that is yes. Ryan Tannehill.
All right, let's hear the stats.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear it.
Again, 100 is average.
Yep.
89, 93, 106, 99, then 107, 103, 133, 120, 97, 107. The last 4 years at Tennessee, Yep, you're right. Yep, I'll take him.
He's been slightly above average, just say.
Well, no, the last 4 years, 100 is average. 133, 120, 97, 107. So,
yeah, he had a 2-year spike.
Two-year spike, but I mean over 100. That's close, but he's right on the edge.
Yeah, but I would say overall, even if you take his earlier ones, he's above average.
He's above average. Yes, he's better than Trubisky.
Well, we do that.
Well, no, and it doesn't. But you need to have some good years in there. He's got 133 and 120.
Yeah, those are good.
Those are good years. Yeah, so he's not Tony Romo. Now I got to look up Phillip Rivers.
And those lower ones were the earlier years, right?
Correct.
So you can see that. Like,
yes, he's gotten better.
Right, he's gotten
better.
better.
He was much better with Tennessee.
Yeah, I think. I'd be satisfied with Tannehill. I don't have to go to what I think is going to be a higher level, which is Romo and Rivers. Romo and Rivers got to be better than Tannehill. They were to the eye test. The stats have to bear that out, though.
Now Rivers. The last 7 years, granted, he was in the 30s, 107, 95, 120, 108, 99, 106, 107. Before that, 124, 104, 105, 120, 126, 127.
Yeah, so he's above average. He's riding above average.
Yeah, he's not as good as Romo, but
better than Tannehill.
Better than Tannehill, and especially he was good in his 20s, and you got Jordan Love in his 20s.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a level up. So are you saying Romo's a level up above Rivers?
Yes, he was more consistently good.
Okay.
Yeah, but neither did anything in the playoffs of note.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so I would. So at the bare minimum, I'd be happy if he was Tannehill.
Tannehill or better.
I could live with that.
Yeah.
Can't be Trubisky though. That I'm not going for.
Okay. So does he have to win a Super Bowl, given that that's what the last two quarterbacks did in the next 10 years?
I don't. The thing with that is like, how long is he going to be around?
Well, that if he's decent, he'll be around long.
Be around here for 10 years. Yeah, you better win a Super Bowl.
Okay, because that means you're good enough to.
I mean, if you're good enough to be here for 10 years, you better be winning something.
Yeah.
If you're not going to win anything, we'll see. Get out of here in about 3 or 4 years so we can get somebody in here who can win one.
Okay. Tannehill or
trying
better.
to win, baby.
Yeah.
We're not trying to be mediocre around here. What do you think this is?
That's true of
What
any
do you think
team.
this is? The Houston Texans? We're not the Texans.
Or the Jets. Like, I need to do a study on their GM. People
That's
are
gonna
talking
be good,
about.
pal. Get it through your skull.
Well,
They're going to be good.
Good. Well, but he couldn't figure out the quarterback thing. He had to bring in Aaron Rodgers.
There's more than one way to get good. I don't need to figure out the quarterback thing. I just bring in somebody who's good.
Okay. All right.
I'll solve that.
If it can get them high enough. I mean, they've been nothing for so long because he hasn't figured that
If
out.
he can get them high enough, he still has a great quarterback.
Right.
Whether they use
But
it
I mean, they've
properly or not,
sucked
though.
for 10 years because he hasn't been able to figure it out.
I don't think the Packers didn't use it as good as they could have used it. They only got one out of them.
Yeah, but they were. I mean, they compare the Packers to the Jets. Packers were 100 times better over the
I'm
last
not
10
comparing to the Jets. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, the Packers did way better than the Jets because they won regular season games. That GM has sucked for the Jets.
He has, but this is a great move for him.
It is, yes. It can bail
Yes.
him out.
It can very well
Yes.
bail him out.
And then he needs to send the cards and letters to Goody and Mark Murphy for bailing him out. The top 3 at 3 will wait because we don't have a sponsor, and that's not worthy of an exact time. We will get to it. What's much better, can't wait to hear what he has to say. TVV, Tim Van Vorn, Fox 6 Sports, next.
You're listening to Homer and Tony.
We have more people playing soccer in this country than Uruguay
but it's
does.
not your main sport.
Oh, so the people we have playing stink.
You're playing soccer, you're not playing basketball when you're 2. Over here, you're playing basketball when you're 2.
I understand, but
You
I
got
would
the
still-
Nerf hoops. They don't have any Nerf hoops over there.
I still think our people.
They got Nerf nets over there.
We got more people playing soccer here than they do in Uruguay. You agree
Hey,
with that?
Once again, Nerf hoops in the U.S.,
Yeah.
Nerf nets
All right.
overseas.
On 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We got some delays already at westbound 94 leaving the 25th Street area all the way through the stadium. A couple pockets of heavy traffic southbound on 41 crossing the Capitol Drive area. And southbound 43 also going to be a little bit slow from Bender Road down past Silver Spring. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, partly cloudy, a chance of showers to the north, low of 46. Tomorrow, slight chance of showers to the north, becoming mostly sunny, a high of 64 at the lakefront, 70 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Jordan Love has been extended.
This means Goody is a genius.
Are they ready for him to be the guy?
Jordan Love is just, you know what, man, I haven't proven it. I need to go out and prove this. And when I do, y'all are going to be paying me.
React to the news and get ready for the Love era in Green Bay right here.
The moment was not too big for him. You could see that.
On 94.5 ESPN and streaming live every day on WisconsinOnDemand.com, Twitter, and YouTube.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. And you know, there's more to being a local Wisconsin bank than perfectly pronouncing Oconomowoc or Waukesha. Or is it Waukesha? But rest assured, at Great Midwest Bank, we understand the local community and economy because we're a part of it. At GMB, we provide customized lending products that others just can't offer. Experience a hometown banking difference. Head to greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
you just want Joel Embiid to trend in the right direction, get his conditioning back very quickly, and get his aggressiveness back. Right? Like you take multiple weeks off from the game and you try to come back and find your rhythm. It's challenging for anybody, Key. Look, the 76ers are still live in this whole thing, but I will tell you, last night I said that I felt like the Boston Celtics had an identity crisis. That is who Boston is. That's who Boston needs to be all the time. The aggressive, physical-natured team that applies pressure and inserts their will defensively. Like, that's who Marcus Smart needs to be. That's who Jaylen Brown needs to be. Jason Tatum doesn't need to be 1 of 7 from the field. But still, they impose their will and their style on the 76ers. That was a good step for the Celtics last night as well.
O'Reilly! Did you know 1 in 4 car batteries is weak and needs to be replaced? O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free. If your battery needs to be replaced, our professional parts people can help you find the best Superstart battery for your vehicle and budget. Don't wait. Get your battery tested for free today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
A lot of new enrollments, huh? Braylon, Brayden...
Monique's daycare is crawling with new arrivals.
Hey, sweetie, are you hungry?
She needs more early childhood educators.
Did your sock slip off again?
And a nap.
Hey there, little guy. Okay. Shh. Whoa.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The 3 most important letters in sports. Even better than those.
TVV.
It's Fox 6 Sports Director Tim Van Voren on Homer and Tony. Tim Van Voren is brought to you by Mars Cheese Castle, a Wisconsin landmark that you need to experience off I-94 in Kenosha. Meats, cheeses, bakery, bar, and restaurant all under one roof. Learn more at MarsCheese.com.
Can't wait to hear what TVV, Tim Van Voren, Fox 6 Sports, 3-time Wisconsin Sportscaster of the Year, Hall of Fame wingman. I can't wait to hear what he has to say about Jordan Love. What's the first thing that TVV wants to say about Jordan Love? Because, of course, though not announced officially by Tony Smith, I am obsessed with Jordan Love, as I was about Aaron Rodgers, because
I don't think so.
I'm always obsessed with the most important person in the state of Wisconsin, that is the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. TVV, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to both of you.
And now, TVV, with his opening statement about Jordan Love in any direction he wishes to go, given the additional information that has occurred since he was last on last Thursday.
It's go time, right? What else are you going to say? The Packers put up enough financial capital to indicate it's not just lip service. This is a 2-year deal. And they would be paying Aaron Rodgers $40 million to not play. So why wouldn't you do 20, 22, whatever it is for Jordan Love to play through next year? That's what they're doing. That's the point we're at with Green Bay Packer football. I can understand your obsession, Homer, because you'll be watching number 10 take the field for the next 2 years.
What do you want to tell us about number 10 that you think is the most important piece of information that you can give people about the quarterback that you have watched, observed, granted doing mostly nothing, but you have still seen him at practices, talked to people. You have an insight that I will admit I do not have, nor Tony, nor Pebble.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Okay, hold on. Tony, do you feel like you have an insight regarding Jordan Love?
No.
Pebble, do you feel like you have an insight?
I watched a couple of Utah State games.
And
that's 2 more than the Homer watch.
And
Yeah,
what?
That's all I got.
Well, but do you feel like you have inside?
No.
All right, TVV.
Whatever let it rip means in the persona of Jordan Love, that's what we will now finally see. That's what he's been asked to do by Matt LaFleur publicly, and I don't think we really saw a guy that you would say was out there letting it rip with his personality or his play on the field. And so now that opportunity is there for him. There's no excuse not to do it. I don't know what let it rip means.
That was going to be my follow-up.
Well, yeah, for some people that means, hey, here you go, brash and aggression and let's go. I'm not sure if Jordan Love has that in him or not. He's a much mellower dude than a lot of guys quarterbacking NFL teams are. But, I think he had to be mellow given the dynamic of the quarterback room for the last 3 years in Green Bay.
A much mellower dude than many guys playing quarterback in the NFL. Did I have that right?
Yep, you do. Yes, you do.
And what makes you say that? Observing him in the locker room, on the practice field, or what?
Primarily in the locker room and in dealing with his teammates on road trips, et cetera. I talked to him at Bucs games. He's been down here for Bucs playoff games. We've chatted and just to watch him interact with Bucs fans, et cetera. I don't find anything wrong with that at all. I'm just saying, this isn't Will Levis. You know what I mean? This is a different personality type all the way around, and it's somebody who's been in the league now, going into his 4th season. So I think he is observant. He's had a lot to have the opportunity to observe. And it'll be interesting to see how that gets channeled forward.
Now my follow-up. A much mellower dude. Has he been that because he is that dude, or has he been that because while he's not much mellower, he felt he needed to be that way given his situation with the Packers?
What a cop-out answer, but I think both. I think he just is. I've talked to college teammates of his about that personality, and they confirm basically that's he's more of an example, steady performer kind of guy.
Christian Yelich, Robin Yount, not that ability, but style of leader. Do you buy either of those?
I guess we'll see. He hasn't been in a position of leading. I'm taking the word of other people who were
but
with
they
him
would
when he
fit
was
that.
the guy. Yeah, when he was the guy. It's hard to say how he leads in Green Bay. He's a backup quarterback to a guy who's very much not a mellower, stay in the shadows kind of guy. So I definitely think it's both of those things, and I'm actually as fascinated to see how that plays out as how the on-field stuff plays out, because you do have to lead a team. If you're the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, you are the leader of the pack. I don't think you can just be swallowed up by the body around you. You are going to be out front, and let's see what that is.
Talking with TVV, Tim Van Voren, Fox 6 Sports, about Ryan Tannehill. How good does he have to be?
Ryan Tannehill?
No, I meant to say, I was going ahead. I meant to say
I was
Jordan
wondering where
Love.
you're going.
How good does Jordan Love have to be? Ryan Tannehill, Tony Romo, Phillip Rivers,
or Mitch Trubisky?
Ooh.
At a minimum, TVV, a minimum for your satisfaction. This is personal satisfaction.
What were those again? Tannehill, Rivers, Trubisky, and who?
Tony Romo.
Tony Romo.
Oh, Tannehill.
Yeah, that's what I said. Tannehill at a minimum. I can accept Tannehill.
And what makes you say that? My follow-up question.
Well, I mean, Romo and Phillip Rivers had much more decorated careers than average quarterbacks. Mitch Trubisky had something less than that, or is continuing to have something less than that, despite being the second pick in the whole draft. So, a late first-round draft choice, I would think Ryan Tannehill is the target there.
Ryan Tannehill, 11%. Tony Romo, 47%. Phillip Rivers, 35%. And Mitch Trubisky.
But that's just the Packer fans, what they want him to be. We asked TVV what he would accept.
Putting it in context.
Like if you said, Jordan Love turned out to be, he's kind of like Tannehill. I'm good with that.
Okay.
No, I want better than Tannehill.
This is obviously Love that we're going to be watching this year.
Yes.
How much of this is LaFleur now? How much of this is, the player is always bigger than the scheme. But we have heard about the scheme. We have seen what it is with Rodgers running it. Now LaFleur knows it's his. What would you expect offensively from that standpoint?
In terms of what? What do you mean? How do we quantify it?
Well, I think the perception exists. Mike McCarthy was turn it over to Aaron Rodgers and see what happens. When Matt LaFleur was hired, well, this guy can scheme it up. This guy can do certain things offensively. At the time when that offense was very much in vogue in the NFL, the Sean McVay, every team wants that. Okay,
Yep.
now that's a little passé, to be honest with you. And defenses have answered it a little bit. But what do you expect from this Matt LaFleur offensive scheme?
Very basic stuff.
I expect him to run the ball more. I expect him to play more double tight ends. I expect him to run an offense that doesn't require much or as much from the quarterback, because he recognizes that he's got young wide receivers, even the best ones. He's got no veteran tight end. He's got a good running back, so I think he'll focus on running the ball, throwing the ball to the offense, to the running backs, meaning that he will demand significantly less from the quarterback. Want to join that club?
I think that you're right. I'm wondering
For how
how
long,
effective that will be. Well, that's right. For how long and how effective? If was he hired to eventually, be able to enact that scheme in Green Bay, and is that scheme enough to be an advantage for your team?
I would think the hope is yes to both. I don't know. You'd know better than how much did he vary from what was his system because of what Rodgers wanted to do, or what created the best offense for Green Bay?
Great question. And was his scheme? I mean, it wasn't really proven when he came in anyway. The idea was, like you said, you'd hope yes, but he didn't light it up his 1 year calling the plays in Tennessee.
No.
And prior to that, he hadn't been a play calling coordinator. So, has he modified what he thought he could do and what it takes to win offensively in the NFL? I just think it's going to be very interesting. This is plenty of years in now. 4 years in for 5 years in for LaFleur, 6 years in for Gutekunst. All right, it's all different without Rodgers, but what are all three of those guys taking from the last several seasons that you can enact without Rodgers?
TVV, how are they going to kind of figure that thing out, right? So I would say early, right? They're going to probably keep it pretty basic.
Yeah.
Right? You say that for a certain amount of games, right? Then, but at some point we got to kind of test this kid out, right? Got to see what he can, how much he can take. And I when you said earlier, like, okay, this is going to be a 2 year, let's see type of deal. So. Like, how soon can we expect to actually see something outside of, all right, just run some very basic stuff. You don't have to audible. You don't have to do any of that stuff. We're going to try to scheme you into success. Where's the transition? How long is it going to take for us to see, like, okay, Jordan Love, we're not going to scheme you so much. We're going to let's see if you can do some stuff.
I think longer than you'd like, Tony, partially because, it takes two to tango. Who else can you really do things with? Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon? Then who? You have a lot of on-the-job learning.
Mr. Watson?
Well, there's talent. I'm saying, there's talent and upside, but to go beyond just the base. I mean, Christian Watson last year was very impressive. What was he the most impressive doing? Running down the field.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that wasn't, adjusting. That wasn't doing all kinds of fancy stuff. These guys have talent for sure, but if Love adjusts to the other guys adjust with him, I just think it's going to have to be basic. I don't know how it, and I think that's why you're stocking up on special teams off last year, with the exception of the kicker position. But they're stocking up on special teams again, and you go first round defense again. You have to expect that last year, if you're the Packers, I'm not saying I expect it, but if you're the Packers, you have to expect that last year was an aberration defensively, and that you'll be better on defense, and that you have to be better on special teams, because I don't see how you can do anything but be basic on offense.
Tim Van Vorn, Fox 6 Sports. We will break, but before that, I need your help, and that is I've been willing to wager as much money as $5,000 that Jordan Love will be the starting quarterback for the Packers, not next season, but for the next 2 seasons. Do you think I'm making a wise decision? I believe it's between 80 and 90% certain, or I wouldn't agree to make such bet. What do you think?
So you're going beyond the 2024 contract. That's what you're saying. He'll be the starter in 2025.
No, he will be the starting quarterback for 23 and 24, guaranteed.
Oh, slam dunk.
Yeah,
I mean,
PBB,
completely.
Isn't there a level of ineptitude that he can have in next year's season that the Packers will say, okay, we don't need to see the next year?
In this season, there could be a level of that which would force them to sign someone or draft someone high.
Where's that level? Where's that at?
I mean, it's hard to quantify that, I think, Tony, because, again, I don't think he's out there by himself, but I don't think he has, a lot of veteran help. I think it's, you'll know it when you see it. What's the old famous case? You'll know it when you see it.
Randy Wright.
But could they, they're going to, if he's bad, with their draft, weaponry the following year, they could easily be drafting a quarterback if they don't like the Love direction. And then, yes, it could be somebody else.
Clifford, the Red
I
Dog?
don't believe that'll happen, though.
Go ahead, ask him about the big dog.
What about Clifford? Was it the Red Dog? Is that what he is?
That Clifford is the big red dog.
The big red dog,
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think they picked. I think they drafted someone with
contingency.
He has all the intangibles, and so that when Jordan Love, he has no tangibles at all. He's all the intangibles, which will make Jordan Love feel even more comfortable about his position.
I have not heard less about someone's football playing ability than I have with Sean Clifford. Even the Packer people who came out and said something about it, why would you pick? Well, he's won a lot of games. He's been in a lot of situations. He really impressed us with his intelligence and his ability in the meetings and all that stuff. I mean, I assume he's better than this, ragamuffin type reputation he's developing because of what people are saying about him. But nobody says he can play. Everybody says he just has a great approach to things.
So do I. Maybe I should.
So my club, you might even been willing to join. That they got him for those attributes, and also knowing that it will make Jordan Love feel even more comfortable and worry nothing about any challenge for his position.
None of this is new. This is, Thanasis Antetokounmpo is on the Bucs. Randall Cobb is going to the Jets. Billy Turner is going to the Jets. I mean, teams are doing what they think fits the puzzle. They're not trying to load up anymore, in many cases, on we're going to have 53 of the most talented players at our position, or in the NBA, we're going to have 15 of the most. We're going to have a fit. We're going to have a fit. And if there's somebody that helps our, marquee player or best player or most important player be at his best, we're willing to do that. Hello, Sean Clifford.
TVV, round 2, next.
More from Hall of Fame wingman Tim Van Voren on Homer and Tony coming up next on 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Delays along westbound 94 still stretching from about 25th Street through the stadium interchange. Right now from downtown to the zoo, we're at about a 9-minute ride, so just be prepared for a little bit of a backup. We've also got a little heavier ride on westbound 894 coming out of the Loomis area all the way to Forest Home. Southbound 41 slowing down from Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol Drive. A check of the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Partly cloudy, a chance of showers to the north, a low of 46. Tomorrow, slight chance of showers to the north, becoming mostly sunny, a high of 64 at the lakefront, 70 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At least twice as big
as the one you gave her when you got engaged.
That's the definition of a big anniversary diamond.
Kessler's has lots of ways for you to go twice as big.
We have twice as big diamonds from Diamond Mines.
These diamonds come from the fiery heart of Mother Earth. And the ones that exist in the world today are all there will ever be.
Kessler's also has twice as big created diamonds.
These diamonds come from the fiery heart of a ball of lightning, a miniature star, inside a plasma chamber. It's a wonder to behold.
Kessler's also has twice as big flickering firelight diamonds.
These natural diamonds flicker with all the warm colors of firelight instead of the cold colors of ice. Flickering firelight diamonds are another wonder to behold.
And all of these twice as big diamonds are for her.
The best wonder to behold of all. Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, Go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
From big tailgate parties to cozy dinners for two, the freshest ideas start with a stop at Century Foods.
Now through Wednesday, save on 48-ounce carton Cedar Crust Premium Ice Cream, $4.49. 14.01 to 33.5-ounce package Culinary Circle Pizza, 2 for $11. 24-ounce tub The Greek Gods Yogurt, 2 for $7. 5.87 to 18-ounce bag Frito-Lay Party Size Snacks, 2 for $9.
Hey, why'd you throw my glass across the room?
I have to keep practicing.
The vase from Aunt Sophie?
I'm warming up in case I get to take them out at American Family Field. Read this.
Win the ultimate baseball fan experience at Century Foods?
You either get to throw out the first pitch, hold the finish line for the famous racing sausages, or be on the field during batting practice. My new TV!
Just doing a little batting practice of my own.
The ultimate baseball fan experience from Century Foods. Return the entry form found in the weekly ad to any Century by July 26th.
Cedar Ridge Distillery continues to make a home right here in Wisconsin. The original 86 bourbon is the best-selling bourbon in Iowa for 3 straight years, and you have the opportunity to get that here in Wisconsin. Also, the quintessential, the best American single malt, voted by John Barleycorn Awards, and Cedar Ridge manages every step of the production from grain to glass. Make sure you pick up the Scalzo and Bruss private barrel of bourbon and rye whiskeys, available at Discount Liquor at 51st in Oklahoma or Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in 2 different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it, unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
It's Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN.
Tim Van Born.
Who's this, Homer?
Whitney Houston.
Nope. TVV, tell him.
You're asking TVV if he knows?
TVV knows.
I should know. I'm going to need a little more, though, Tony.
All right. It's still coming. It's still coming.
Yeah. Anybody's going to feel bad if they're in Homer's league.
Yeah. TVV, please separate yourself.
Give him time now.
Please separate yourself. You know this song.
I do.
Michael Jackson.
No.
You're so close, though.
Really? The Jackson 5.
Nah, you're getting further away now.
All right. Enough. Go ahead, tell him. We don't have to
Come
wait.
on, run it, Hook.
He needs the hook.
He needs the hook?
Yeah, he needs the
Full
chorus
of
right
pleasure.
Yeah.
Full of pleasure.
Did he get it right?
No, he's naming the song.
Oh.
I'm going to go Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson is right.
What do you mean? I said Michael Jackson. That's close.
You were close.
Oh,
I
thought
said
you were
Jackson 5. You got further away.
Oh, all right.
I mean, one guy.
True. She was not. She was not in the Jackson 5.
No,
it was before her time.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the draft. We haven't even discussed the draft because the head coach or the quarterback.
Hold on. TVV, you were very close to being in the category with Homer.
Thanks. You know what, Tony? You said the best thing there. He needs the hook. That's what I needed. I needed to get to the hook.
There you go.
You saved me, and I appreciate it.
You were on thin ice for a second there, pal.
No question. I can live the rest of this week in a better light.
Yeah, you can.
I'd be honored to have you in my group. TVV, again, the most important position.
Tony.
Do you agree with my premise? The most important position in the state of Wisconsin is quarterback for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. We have not addressed the draft. Your thoughts on the draft, in any way you want to take it, now that we've discussed the most important position in the state of Wisconsin, quarterback.
Outside of Clifford, the big red dog. What about the draft?
We're all on the outside, reading things and then, factoring in our own evaluations, which are probably not very educated. But it sure seems like the strength of this year's draft lined up very well with the Packers' needs and that they mined it very well. They are going to have a lot of, as I said in the last segment, on-the-job learning this year, and you might as well have guys learning at spots where you need somebody. And Milt Hendrickson from their front office had the best comment of the weekend, I think, when he said, you're going to bat 300 on this stuff, bat 300 on 13 picks instead of 7 picks. That's right. They're playing the numbers
which
game.
is not what they've done necessarily in the past, but is certainly the comment that Ron Wolf always made. The more chances, the better, because this is really hard, and that from a Hall of Famer. But I'm not
They got
sure.
a lot of good years. They got a lot of good years out of Mike McKenzie at cornerback, and basically nothing out of Antoine Edwards and Fred Vinson at cornerback, who were drafted. Rounds 1 and 2. Mike McKenzie's round 3. You can play. You're playing a numbers game, and the Packers are certainly in a position now where they should be.
Which of all their picks would be the one that fits the most with what people thought going into the draft? Not a reach, but and again, doesn't guarantee that anybody's going to be good, but that got the most, good value pick, could have been any rounds. Or is there such a person?
Well, I mean, I think the tight ends, I think this was, we all talked about this being a good tight end group, and, here are the 4 or 5 tight ends. They got 2 of them. I think that has to be, I don't want to overthink it. I think that's the most obvious. They have glaring need at tight end, and they're rolling the dice on 2 guys. Now, you could say, like Luke Musgrave, second-round pick, coming back from some injury, does well in the Senior Bowl, runs a good time. Sounds a lot like Jay Sternberger. You know what I mean? Kind of quiet, and all of a sudden pops up, good testing, and then he doesn't do anything at the NFL level. The Packers have to hope this isn't Jay Sternberger part 2, but they got 2 of a deep position at a position where they have need. So I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to say the tight ends are their best their best pickups.
Speaking of tight end, I got to ask you about the 13th picks. His dad and his the girlfriend, double butt tap.
Yeah,
that was odd.
That's historic.
I don't think anybody wants, anybody in that room doesn't want that video to be played anymore.
Wait, no, I want to say you've been covering the draft a number of years. You've never seen that before.
Does it just come to the draft? I mean,
well put.
I mean, you would have noticed it if you had seen it before, TVB.
You'd remember it.
You'd remember it.
Yeah, you'd remember it. That's right. You'd remember it. Yep.
Who is most likely to be the best player?
How about Jaden Reed?
Okay. Because?
Well, I think that, he's not the biggest guy in the world. I think that he seems to be a real good football player. And I think there's opportunity. Romeo Doubs was pretty good last year, but I think there's opportunity in the receiving room for the Packers, particularly if you can play inside and outside. And so I think Reed, a little less celebrated than some of these other picks, has the chance to be a major contributor.
So would he be your same answer for? I was going to ask you who's going to see the most snaps.
Well,
yeah.
Who's going to see the most snaps?
Anthony Johnson, who Ben Fennell says will be the starter from game 1 for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. I guess I'll go with that. Ben Fennell, to me, is one of the best in analysis there is, and obviously he pays very close attention to the Packers. I think Van Ness, is going to be a part-time player. I think you got tight ends who are splitting it. Reed's at the wide receiver group. The defensive linemen aren't going to be starters. Clifford's obviously not going to be your main guy. I'll go Anthony Johnson. Sure, that's a good play.
Yeah.
Wow.
Any Donald Driver, of course, and I guess you'd add Mark Tauscher, but Driver at the top. 7th round pick, and maybe we addressed that with Anthony Johnson. But is there a long shot? Somebody that you heard from people say, "Watch this guy, TVV. This could be a great pick." When people look back in 5 years or 10 years.
To be honest, the one I heard the most about was Reed. Again, less celebrated than something else. But let's let the guys get in and let's go to camp a little bit. And, we used to have Vonnie Holliday on our Fox 6 Blitz program back in the day, and I got to be pretty close with Vonnie. We worked very closely together, and I'd always ask him at the end of the year, okay, who's the breakthrough guy? And he said, I remember it clear. I said, this year it's Donald Driver. They'll know. Those guys will know, in training camp who it's going to be. So give a little time, and before the season starts, we'll figure out, what the guy is that we should be watching.
And to follow up on that, that it's faster than people think. They're like, well, how could you know? How could you know that early? I go, they do now. They're not going to say it publicly, or especially, I think they also know when somebody. I don't know who told me this.
Terrible.
Somebody said when Ryan Longwell was with the Packers and he was a free agent, and I think it was Brett Conway. He said he knew like 2 days in, dude, it ain't making it. No.
Yep.
I don't.
Well, I was told within a week Jamal Reynolds, absolute busto.
Yeah.
And that turned out to be true. Yeah, I mean, I think if you're somewhere in the middle of the pack, or you're green and you're progressing, that's one thing. But I think if you're an extreme one way or the other, I think sometimes that gets evaluated pretty quickly. Again, by the guys who we should trust more so than draft nicks and people on the radio.
And I would say this to Goody, if he asked me, you need to get a free agent kicker. I'm not at all confident of the guy from Auburn. And I would also ask you this. I don't know what it would cost to bring Mason Crosby back, but if you have a young quarterback, wouldn't it be nice to have a veteran kicker who could make sure you won close games versus having the losses possibly with a young kicker? I'm not saying I'm giving him $4 million, but or is it just time to move on?
How about this scenario? You figure out in camp, do you have any chance to be anything this year as a team? And if so, you sign Mason Crosby as your field goal and extra point kicker, and you got Anders Carlson to kick deep, which was not Mason Crosby's strength anymore, because you need to pin teams back there.
Okay.
You can have two kickers.
Do you think so? You think Crosby's not going to be signed by anybody?
I would say he'll be available as the season approaches. Maybe somebody else signs him at some point. I think Brian Gutekunst said at the scouting combine he definitely still has the leg to kick in the NFL. When he was then, the follow-up question was, well, it sounds like you say Crosby's your guy. He said, no, I said he has the leg to still kick in the NFL. Very clear. Brian Gutekunst doesn't lie, and I commend him for that. And in that position, it's hard to do that. But, you can always watch and listen to exactly what's being said. That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he thinks. So it's no surprise whatsoever to me that they're looking at the post-Mason Crosby era. But they understand the value of Crosby, and if they're going to be a 5-win team, then you're not signing Mason Crosby. But if they think they're better than that, I can go with your thought there. And I would say then you have two kickers.
All right, I got two last clubs.
No, don't join TVV.
Better than 50-50 now that Craig Counsell is no longer manager at the end of the season. And I don't know what to think about Bud, but I probably lean to he is coming back. So your input on either of those, I'm not asking you to join either club.
What's your question? Will they each of them?
Thank you.
No, is he leaning toward Craig Counsell better than 50-50 not coming back? And your thought on Bud, which I will always lean toward he is coming back.
You're not on 50-50.
Greater than 50-50. It's like more than 50-50 that he's not coming back.
So you think he's not coming back?
And I think he's not coming back. Yep.
Okay.
All right. What do you think, TVV?
Yeah, I would expect somebody else managing the Brewers. Better than 50-50. I don't know if I expect that. But better than 50-50 chance somebody else is managing the Brewers next year. And Craig Counsell won't be managing elsewhere. I mean, if Craig Counsell manages, he'll be managing the Brewers.
Correct, yes.
And
what about Buck?
I don't know. I just don't know how to read the Buck situation.
Yeah, I'll join that club. So there is the possibility that Bud could get fired.
I doubt that.
All right, okay.
That's me. I don't know if TVV doubts it, but I doubt it.
I do not know how to read it. I mean, I think you could make a compelling case for a lot of situations there with the Milwaukee Bucks, player-wise, coach-wise, etc.
And I think him stepping down was a possibility, rather than getting fired. TVV, thanks. You got anything? I don't want to always leave out that you always have some gems. No.
Looking forward to rookie orientation camp. Up there tomorrow, though.
We'll get a gem next week. Thanks, TVV.
Eyeballing and meeting. You bet. See you guys.
Full show podcasts, interviews, and special content is available right now at WisconsinOnDemand.com. This is Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN. Even when you think you know what's going on, you can never be too sure.
All right, Dave in the car. Dave.
I think I'm right.
You're not.
Gabe, I think I'm right.
You're not. I have the list in front of me. You're not.
Packers, nonsense, chaos.
Well, his first name isn't D. His last name is B.
It's still not right.
Ashley, who we got?
Drew Bledsoe?
David football.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Morning 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
A cat store!
Want to go see it?
Yeah!
Let's finally bring your mom's Illinois family a true taste of Wisconsin.
Right off I-94 in Kenosha, Mars Cheese Castle is a Wisconsin landmark. Along with over 1,000 cheeses, Mars has a meat market, bakery, bar, and restaurant. Spreads, curds, sausages, Kringles. Make Mars Cheese Castle a lunch stop and enjoy the best grilled cheese or Reuben on the planet. Make today your day to go to Mars.
Yeah!
Exit 340 in Kenosha.
Get ready to reel in the big one with help from Fleet Farm. Come check out our huge selection of fishing gear, from rods and reels to lures and bait. Choose from over 10,000 lures and find Fleet Farm exclusive colors. Plus, going on now, save on Berkley 2 and 3-inch power grubs. Get 2 for $5. Get everything for your next fishing trip in one stop at Fleet Farm, your fishing headquarters.
I don't want to go to bed at night dreading waking up in the morning knowing that I'm going to feel like a rusty lawn chair getting out of bed and getting opened up and not being able to really move for a couple hours really throughout the day.
For former college and pro football player Bobby Carpenter and those dealing with daily aches and pains, QC Kinetics regenerative pain treatments are a game changer, providing long-lasting relief.
Go into a specific joint, a specific region, and then help promote that healing process using your own body's mechanisms to heal. I mean, that's been something that's pretty powerful, and there's no surgery, there's no downtime.
QC Kinetics natural treatments help the body heal and restore itself. No more rusty lawn chair.
It's no surprise to see people being willing to try this first, especially when it has such great results.
Pain relief the natural way. QC Kinetics. Call today for your complimentary consultation. Find out if you're a good candidate for treatment.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Ben Bruss here for my favorite racetrack in North America, and that is Road America. Race fans, it's time to make your summer plans for fast family fun at Elkhart Lakes Road America. Experience 10 major races from vintage weekends to high-thrill NASCAR racing at the best NASCAR track in America. Bring the entire family for more affordable fun with on-site camping, free parking, and most of all, free admission for kids 16 and younger. See the full race schedule at RoadAmerica.com. Road America, America's National Park of Speed.
Hi, it's John Reeds from Great Midwest Bank, and I've said it before. Life happens. For nearly 90 years, Great Midwest Bank has made the home loan process predictable through all those ups and downs. And today, GMB's simple and personalized approach to locally serviced, affordable home equity loans can turn your home's value into cash for whatever you want. Whatever your lending need, it's just a few clicks away. Apply online at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
It's a Bird Bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash Game Show. Just play with your club card this May for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to kick off spring with some tweet cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at paysbig.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play. You're listening to Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN. Missed any of the show? Find us on Wisconsin On Demand or wherever you get your podcasts. It's free, it's everywhere, and it's for you.
Thanks to TVV. It is time now for our latest ever top 3 at 3.
Yes. The pick of the litter, the creme de la creme. This list is as exclusive as it gets.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's run. It's the top 3 at 3 with Homer and Tony.
Mine is Christian Yelich. Never have people in Wisconsin, sports fans, ever wanted somebody to do better. They paid him a ton. He's been average
show your
at
Yelich
best.
jersey over there. Come on, hold up your Yelich jersey so everybody can see it. Look at that one. What's that one called? We'll
talk about what the Brewers are doing. They're doing everything to get fans. This is a giveaway. And May 27th, Christian Yelich, patriotic
jersey. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Turn it around. Hold it up. Can't see it, dude. Come on. Hey, your camera's right behind me.
Yeah.
There it is. Yelich,
I'm not sure.
jersey.
If there was no Yelich on it, might sell better.
Might sell better.
Been a huge disappointment, but he makes the top 3 at 3 because he hit a home run today. The Brewers ahead 4-2. Christian Yelich, home run number 4.
All right, Yelich. You done?
Please get better.
That's it. Please get better. He'll get better. Remember, we were talking the Jessica Alba, Sauce Gardner, not knowing who she is and whatever, right? This is right along those lines. So Howard Stern was complaining on his show that the black players don't acknowledge him at the Garden. He said, I sit courtside right next to Chris Rock, right next to Tracy Morgan. Black players come over, they say hi to those guys, give them the bro shake. They don't say anything to me. He's like, what's going on with that? He's very upset by it.
I can tell the answer to that.
Why?
Age discrimination. Yo, man.
He's 69.
It's over. Move on.
He's 69, but his show was like what, in the 90s, right?
Well, no, it's still on now. He makes a ton of money.
Now, but I'm saying when it was really, really popular.
Yeah, he makes a ton of money. He has an incredibly low following, almost like conservatives on TV. But it's over.
Right. He's over.
I mean, it's not over for me, but it's over for him.
Don't be mad. Tell him be mad. Don't be mad.
Yeah, that's right.
Relax,
There's age discrimination. You're old.
It is what it is.
Yes,
right.
it is.
Sorry.
It is what it is.
I think Chris Rock is 58. Morgan's like 54. He's my age. These guys are younger than you. And they've done more stuff more recent.
Yes.
You were big back in the 90s.
Be happy with the group of people that love you and pay big money.
That's right.
You're still making millions
you can't
per
have
year.
Everybody, Howard Stern.
Especially when you get old.
That's right.
And mine's Shohei Ohtani joining Babe Ruth in the exclusive club with 500
Homer's
strikeouts
guy.
as a pitcher and 100 homers.
That should have been
as
yours.
a hitter.
What the heck? Forgot about your boy.
I get sad.
I get sad. Why?
Nobody appreciates
Doesn't
his
get
greatness.
acknowledged?
No, he does
Pebble
not get
just acknowledged him.
And you know what that is? It'd be different if he was an American.
What was that? 500
strikeouts as a pitcher and 100 home runs as a hitter.
Yeah.
What's the next club?
It's going to be only his club because he's going to do what Babe Ruth hasn't done. That's going to be more strikeouts.
He's pretty young, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he's going to make Babe Ruth.
How much longer he's going to play? You think?
He's going to. I would say 7 years.
7 more years.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's going to be a unicorn in baseball history.
Maybe he'll get the pub he deserves.
No, he won't. Nope. Nope.
Right. It's too bad.
It is too bad. A unicorn arrives, a real unicorn, and
I watched part of it. He's huge too. What is he? 6? How tall is he? 6'4"? 6'5"?
I don't know. I don't think he's that tall, but I'm not sure.
Pebble knows how tall he is. How tall?
Like 6'2", probably.
Yeah, he looks pretty big out there.
Unicorn shows up and nobody cares. Sad. You deserve better.
You got sprinkles coming out of his butt too. A unicorn.
I've not noticed that. I'll check on that.
They usually do.
The close, please.
I don't have to do nothing but stay black and die. White people!
I will bet anybody.
I can't do it. We'll do it live! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! Thing sucks!
We do have an accident now, 94 eastbound at Mitchell Boulevard off on the left shoulder. It's going to be slowing things down just a bit. And we've also got some delays along westbound 94 in Waukesha County with basically delays starting at the county line all the way to about Calhoun. Southbound 43, watch for the brake lights coming on just south of Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly cloudy, a chance of showers to the north, a low of 46. Tomorrow, slight chance of showers to the north, becoming mostly sunny, a high of 64 at the lakefront, 70 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
For your sports talk fix every day from 4 to 6, it's Scalzo and Brust. For your sports talk fix every day from 4 to 6, it's Scalzo and Brust. For your sports talk fix every day from 4 to 6, it's Scalzo and Brust. For your sports talk fix every day from 4 to 6, it's Scalzo and Brust.
Live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue.
It's a party, baby.
This is Scalzo and Brust. Woo! Presented by Michelob Ultra.
It's a party, baby.
On 94.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
It's a party, baby. It's a party, baby.